Hello, welcome back to Carolverse Studios, Remnant Lunar Archon, session 61. Hope you're having a good time. We've done it. We are past 60 sessions. I don't know how many more
Woo!
sessions we're going to do, but we're going to do more sessions.
60
Wow.
more. Woo!
It could be. Depending on how fast or slow y'all go, it's entirely possible we hit another 60 sessions and then the campaign ends. I think that's actually a pretty common thing for like 12 to 15 levels is around 100 and some odd session.
I have no idea.
I don't know, I'm just used to like Critical Role and stuff, which averages a campaign length of like 112 or something. 110, 120. Yeah.
I need to go and watch some of the Critical Role stuff. I've heard it's pretty good.
I really loved campaign 1. Warning, they use a lot of language and it's not necessarily clean, so, not around anyone over the age of like 15. But I really liked campaign 1. I thought it was a lot of fun. I loved the characters. Campaign 2 was good for a long time, and then I just kind of fell off from it. And then campaign 3 I haven't even started yet. And now I guess they're gonna roast me, because that's all in the recording. But that's fine. If you want to, yeah, do it. Roast me in the comments, because that drives up engagement. YouTube numbers. Right, time. It is Friday, the 26th of May, year 417, post-schism at 3 p.m. And the person giving the recap, it can't be Jocelyn, because she's semi-indisposed. Who was it last time? I feel like it was Sam.
Was it? No.
It wasn't?
No, because I wasn't there for the session before.
Oh, then I guess it wasn't you. I don't
I
think it
think
was Maury.
I think it was Jocelyn.
Well, in that case, it's perfect. Now the rest of you get to see what comes up. Hey, Chris, you want to give the recap?
Sure. Simple enough. And if I miss something, you'll fix it.
It was a pretty simple session.
So last session was we got up in the morning, had the meeting with Lady Grace Lavania, and I did not pick up one way or another exactly where her intentions lied.
With your son?
So there's no additional information there. And then we got the bow, and we were able to give that to the mighty Doug. And I think there was some looking at some books again, maybe. I can't really remember after that point. I know that we basically kind of got back. Was there some shopping done? Oh man, I guess I can't do it. I guess I'm blank.
There wasn't a lot.
Right.
There was.
I had some notes, and I didn't take enough notes last session. I had down that we were curing some displacer meat. We were planning a heist.
That was Thursday for the most part. So Thursday
Garan stole a body. I don't even remember that.
Garan
but I wrote it down.
in fact steal a skull. Well, he bought a skull.
He stole a skull. Oh yeah.
He kind of stole / bought.
Oh yeah, for the one dude in the library.
To be fair, well, it's a halfling girl, but to be fair, he technically stole it. I bought it.
The acolyte that you talked to was technically the person that stole it. Well, I guess technically, yeah, it would be him, because he took it and then sold it to you.
Yeah, that's a black market bone dealer, man. Hey, they come after me, I'd be like, hey, I just wanted to buy it. That's on him. And then, be like, ha ha ha.
Fair enough.
And then Thicket had a divination dream. And we got a little bit of...
We did get a little bit of lore. Thicket did cast divination and basically tried to ask, hey, who's the source of the magic I used? And got a pretty wild imagery of Sylvanas, who I think he said, I am nature, I am the wild. Good time. Yeah, lots of planning happened. Gambit more or less got to come up with his full breaking and entering theft plan that I'm gonna pull up the house if I can find. Where did I put the house?
The plan that they almost forgot to tell John about.
They almost forgot to tell John the plan. There. And so I am going to go over the plan so everyone, including myself, remembers. As best as I recall,
Asbestos.
I recall, is that I believe Sam, or rather John and Garand are performing.
Correct.
And I don't know if anyone's staying to watch them, but y'all attempted to persuade Izu to stick around and keep an eye on Clifton Crest and come and tell y'all if anything happens. And then I think Jocelyn, Jack, and maybe Thicket are going with Grace to the house, where, as best as I understand it, your plan was to go around back and have John I thought there was a way to but I'm forgetting what it is. Pretty sure there is a way to
I think it was Dimension Door. I think he was gonna do.
there we go. Ping. I figured out how to do the ping. That y'all were gonna break in through the kitchen by having Doug teleport or like create an echo in the kitchen, swap places, open the back window, climb in the kitchen, go down to the basement, assuming y'all still want to do that, even though you did have Izu go break in and tell you that there's potatoes and wine. And then after that, your plan was to like make your way upstairs because your main targets are the master bedroom, the study, and whatever is on the third floor.
Also the basement, but you said the basement first?
Yes, but y'all have heard from Izu that the basement is full of potatoes and vegetables and wine, which he apparently drank an entire bottle of.
Okay.
I think that's that whole plan. Y'all went the next day. You retrieved from Catrian the faunus that is an apprentice of Sasha Hellion. He had finished making the bow that you have now given to Doug. It's a big fancy ice bow that y'all are happy to have, and he has a good, strong ranged option to aid him. And I think that's it. I think it was around after then that y'all were, doing any last preparations y'all have. What preparations do y'all have before 6 o'clock? I'd also like to ask Thicket, you'd mentioned at some point that you wanted to take some time to copy over the book about Anastasia and I can't remember the name. Anastasia and
Are we talking about the vampire lore book?
yeah, the vampire fiction, basically. Presumably fanfiction.
Sorry, I was muted. Hain something.
Orbis Hain, that's it. Good job.
Hain, yes. I don't think that's gonna happen while we're here this time. I think that's something that would be a project for the next time we're in Vane.
Fair enough. Fortunately not for now, but you have taken the time to read through a significant portion of it. So you have the memory of it in general, and can potentially recall on that memory as needed. Yes, it is Anastasia with a C, specifically. Alright, any other plans, preparations you want to make before we move on to, I believe, the party begins at 6, and Goran's performance starts at 7.
Did
after the sun goes down.
I remember us saying something about us going to talk to Sasha Hellion. and also like simultaneously mentioning to her like what I had seen with my divination. I don't remember if we did that or if we.
Definitely haven't done that if that's something you want to do.
I don't remember why we were going to her other than that though. Did Garand want to ask about like weapons stuff or like enchanting?
No, I think where Garan is at with her is because she seems to have like all her subordinates do their enchanting stuff, but she seems to be keen on like the higher end like gossip and like city stuff, the political stuff. So as far as he was concerned, it was more about his uncle and the Decim, the Storm Phoenix. I did have a question though, Micah.
Yes.
I came up with an idea that I mean it's as obscure as this could be, but how would you feel about me using my Mantle of Inspiration while I'm playing? Effectively, I would burn all 5 of my bardics to like as I'm singing, just like I'll hit a note and like my mantle will come out, and then people will be getting temporary hit points, and they'll feel like energized because it also technically allows them to use their reaction to move up to their speed. So they would feel like energized. Like, how would you feel about me doing that and like getting like a bonus?
Okay.
Awesome.
So at strategic points during the performance, you are going to effectively use your inspiration to capitalize on specific moments.
Yeah.
Okay. That seems appropriate enough for advantage.
Awesome. Oh yeah, because Thicket's not going to be there because Thicket's going to be on Gambit's shoulder, right?
As far as I'm aware, yes. Unless that is something that I am incorrect about, which is possible, but I don't think so.
Well, Thicket, do you have a spare Eagle Splendor enhance ability that you can cast on me?
Let me check.
So this is the time for if you wanted to have changed any spells over the night.
I think I already did change them, but I'm gonna check and see if I
I
actually
think you did. You do currently have enhanced ability prepared.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So that last for like an hour or something, or is it like
an hour?
Short? Okay. So
it
yeah.
could help
So
for
good.
the first part of your performance, but
Count for the like for the advantage, and then I like with the Mantle of Inspiration, since I'm using like 5, like I get like a +5, or I could roll like a D4 as well or something.
What's your Bardic Inspiration die? What size is it?
6. So the way that Mantle of Inspiration works,
If you're burning
is
that much of it, I would certainly allow you to roll your basically inspire yourself, even though it's technically a lore bard thing. I think it's appropriate.
Okay, cool.
I know how it works. I was just using that as the a way to measure what kind of numerical bonus it seems appropriate that the Bardic Inspiration would be the effect. Geislin Pop Dash, probably can pop get back in. Oh, by the way, Jack, in case you happen to have mute, unmute, that kind of stuff, and it messed with your microphone, you are currently muted for us.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, you are here. Hello. You don't. So is that all of Garan's preparations?
So it would be the D8 from Sam or John.
D8 from
It'd
John.
Be D6 for me for burning my Mantle of Inspiration on everybody, and then D4 for hero point, and then plus my roll, and then advantage because of enhanceability.
Yep.
Awesome.
Whole bunch of numbers.
Man. If I hit like 40 to 45, I want no less than 4 proposals by the end of that.
If you hit past 40, I am going to regret having specifically designed the campaign where the gods are pulled back, because I would have a god of music show up if you passed. Like if it wasn't that way.
Karan plays so well, he ascends to godhood.
Okie doke, that's Garan's preparations. which if you'd like, you can go ahead and roll those and figure out what your bonus is going to be. The rest to use. But is Thicket planning on basically, like, as y'all slip out near the beginning of the performance, enhance ability, and then are you transforming into a mouse or something?
Yeah. Is Jocelyn back?
Jason just re-entered.
Jocelyn. Would it be better if I was a mouse, a ferret, a spider? What do you want?
I'd also like to note for anyone who likes to listen and not watch. Chris just rolled a 5, a 6, and a 3. So he's got 14 on top of his 11. So he's currently rocking a plus 25.
Yeah.
What? Dude!
Yeah, this is going to be
5,
quite the roll.
Specifically a 5, a 6, and a 3 on a D6, a D8, and a D4.
Yeah, those are solid rolls.
So they're at high rolls.
Yummy.
Now I'm thinking of, like, well, the gods don't show up, so is there anything else I can do? But I don't know.
It's like have the scene from Back to the Future where he just like gets blown back by the.
Oh no! It's playing Johnny Be Good before anybody would have heard Johnny Be Good.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But yes, Micah, I am planning on doing enhance ability right before we slip out.
Alright, so during the primary part of the performance, it'll be there.
What were the options again?
For animals,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much anything small that can't fly.
Oh.
I specifically mentioned mouse or ferret or spider because
How
those
many
are
times-
ones we've done before, kind of.
How many times can you do it per day?
I can do it twice and then short rest and do it 2 more times.
Okay. You know, it's really up to you. A mouse would be good. So I like the spider was pretty much like invisible, but I don't want you to be helpless, you know? Whereas like with a mouse, you're so small and pretty invisible, but you got some
I mean,
stuff you can work with.
where's the
Go back.
NPCs? the difference in at least like HP is not all that much.
But what about like speed?
Let me see. For spider, I have 20 feet climbing or walking, and then where is mouse? There's weasel.
That's a fast spider.
That's 30 feet. Yeah, I don't
Do you
think
realize how
weasels
fast that is
are-
for a spider?
Yeah, that is pretty fast.
30 feet in 6 seconds?
20 feet.
even 20 feet in 6 seconds for a spider is fast.
What is... There's one thing on here listed, cranium rat.
I think that's one of those things that's technically a beast, but also you probably would never have seen. It's a psychically enhanced rat that is, I believe, created by Illithid or Mind Flayers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
you would have never seen one.
That has a speed of 30 feet.
You've never seen one.
Does it do it? Does
have
wild
to have-
shape require me to have to have seen
You would
it?
have to be
Yeah.
aware of it. Yes, that's
Yeah.
They've even like introduced it's technically like optional rule, but like based on where you're from, what kind of animals it recommends you'd be able to turn into.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just look at it through a book, or does it have to be in person?
I feel like you have to have seen the
I
actual
mean,
creature. At least the
wild-
way the rules state it.
Wild shape says you can transform into any beast that has a challenge rating of.
I'm not letting you turn into a cranium rat.
Do you want to know something about a cranium rat? The only reason that they exist is because it's a way for mind flayers to decide who next to choose for their target, for which brain they're going to suck out. They're bad. They are rats that have been warped and twisted.
Starting at second level, you can use your action to magically assume the shape of a beast that you have seen before.
Good to know.
So there you go.
Anyways, what would you like to turn into?
They're ugly and scary. You can't fly yet, right? That's level 8 or something?
Yeah, it's level 8,
Next level.
which will be like 1 or 2 sessions from now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It would be so useful right now, but it is what it is.
Let's see. We can. Okay, where's the coin flip thing?
There's a penny in the center bottom of your screen.
Ah, there it is. Okay. So heads is weasel, tails is spider.
Okay.
Why did that roll?
There?
Because it rolls a d6.
Okay. Spider it is.
Alright.
Honestly, all it's doing is odds and evens. Odds or heads. And
Yeah, I know. It's kind of lame. I thought it would actually flip a coin.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. Maybe they're working on that, and they're gonna make a thing where it goes cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
That would
Okay.
be cooler.
So we have officially decided on spider.
Very nice.
Spider Mori, Spider Mori.
No, spider thicket.
Oh yeah, Spider Thicket. That's true. Good call.
Should I go ahead and mark off my second level spell slot for enhance ability?
No. Not yet, I don't think.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you'd like. I don't think anything's going to happen to stop you from doing so. So if you'd like for prep, and anything else people are doing. You're getting into the last opportunities as it is rapidly approaching 6 o'clock.
I have a bag, and I have our like scarves and stuff that I got last session.
And then Doug has given everybody at least one good berry.
Nice.
I want to see if I can make a you know those things that bluegrass bands have to like hold the fiddle so you don't have to use your hand, or to hold the like a harmonica so you don't have to use your hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see if I can make one of those for my pan flute?
Do you have proficiency in any kinds of tools?
That is a great question. I don't think so.
In that case, make an intelligence check. Your jury rig something together. It's not the prettiest, but it should work. It shouldn't have any issues.
Sweet.
Oakley dokily, that's... Is Doug didn't do anything to prep for the evening. Doug?
Oh boy.
Here. Hello.
Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of waiting for the, I guess, time to roll out.
Okie doke.
Messengers, roll out.
Messenger.
But no, Doug is just
Avengers assemble.
yeah, Doug is just, giving everyone their daily dose of Goodberry and is ready to go.
He's like the mom giving the kids Flintstone vitamins in the
I
morning.
appreciate that you're having Thicket cast, or the good berries that Thicket cast the night before, you are now handing out to everyone, like the mom.
Yeah.
It's like the dad going through giving candy that the mom bought from Walmart. It's perfect.
That's true. We have no female team members anymore. I always have to remember that.
Yeah, it's an all-boys group now.
I kind of feel like Doug kind of teeters on the, like, he is more of a caregiver at the same time is, like, not equipped to deal with, like, the human, I guess, social aspect side of it, though.
Interesting.
That's less his style. Are there any other plans you want to do on the heist side of things, Gambit?
Make sure we have plenty of rope.
Lots of rope.
And stuff like lockpick and yep.
Do. 1 second, I want to grab something. I need
Any do-do-do-do's tonight. Man, he's on it.
a lot of thinking.
Doing.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I feel like I'm
Banana. Do.
Banana.
I think of that song every time someone says phenomena.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I just anytime somebody says it, I just go phenomena. Do.
Phenomena. Do. Phenomena. Do. The time moves forward. As it approaches 6 o'clock, as everyone prepares themselves for the various things, are the Gambit crew, the heist crew, are y'all like waiting in the lobby? Where are y'all going before you meet up with
what
Chris?
our meetup time was at 6, right? And the thing starts at 7?
The meetup time, from what she seemed to imply, was closer to when the performance starts.
Okay, so
but you can ask, you can specify with her.
we'll probably start the Grievous, like, be there at the party, and then like we'll slip out, like as it gets ready for time for it. We want to make sure. I want to have eyes on, what's his name, Clifton.
So are you going to be down in the dining room or outside somewhere or what?
What? I don't
How
understand
big is
the
this
question.
venue?
It's in the inn, which is fairly large on the inside. It's kind of been set up so that the people that were intentionally invited to the dinner are all inside, and then those who want to watch and listen, the windows are all open and the doors are open so that people can watch from the outside, but still are kind of supposed to give the people that were particularly invited their space. And so down in that dining room is where the performance will occur, and then outside is where a crowd of people will be. And then upstairs, of course, is where the rooms and stuff are. And yes, Corona points out, don't forget to give yourself a hero point if you haven't gotten one from the start, and everyone gets one actual inspiration from the trivia night.
How do we keep track of that?
So use the hero points on your actions tab to keep track of your hero points. A unclicked one means you have it, and then inspiration, click it
we can
to mean
actually
you
use
have
the actual
it. Yeah, you can
inspiration
use the
for
actual inspiration thing in the top right, because you have the hero point thing in your action tab.
Sweet. Getting lots of doo-doos out of Mike.
Lots of doo-doos.
It's wild.
My brain's moving a few different places all at once. So, what was the plan? did you say, Gambit, you wanted to be...
Probably just like kind of hang out at the edge of the party and then
Okay,
flip out.
toward the like exterior or up the stairs toward your rooms or what?
Probably stairs towards our rooms.
All right,
So it's kind of like we go to bed.
fair enough. And I assume you're pulling Doug and Thicket in cat form still along with you?
Yeah, I'll just kind of like give them a signal. And when it's time to roll out,
Roll out, do roll out. I like Ludacris.
Can't I find what I need?
Because it doesn't want to be found.
Sure, it doesn't.
Micah, is it possible for me to use one or more charges of Boon of Skill Empowerment in order to apply the to John's role for these support entertainment?
No.
Because I'll like blow him out of the water if I do really good.
Nah.
No? Okay.
I don't think that's necessary.
All right.
Do. Okay. As the party begins, as it is ultimately a party. As people begin to arrive, you see a variety of people, including the Drow Man, who is fairly well dressed. He wears a vest and pants and a pressed white shirt. He wears these fairly small rectangular glasses. He walks in with a fairly young man coming behind him, looking maybe a bodyguard, you might think, based on the fact that he has an actual sword at his hip. Clifton seems to more or less ignore the guys there, and as does everyone else, as he kind of shifts off to the side of the room, as sitting down with some of the other folk, Clifton begins to talk with some of the other merchants. At the table he sits at, there's actually the jeweler lady. What was her name? Let's see. I had this written down.
Her name was Jeweler Lady.
It wasn't jeweler lady. She's also a drow. She has a name.
Was it Julie?
It was not Julie. That would be funny though, and I'm keeping that in my back pocket now.
Was it Gemma?
Next town we go to the jewelers. Hi, my name's Julie.
My name's Julie.
Julie's Jewelers. How can I help you?
Maybe it was Gemma. Was it Gemma?
It was not Gemma. It was
That's funny.
Alice. Alice is the name of the drow woman that he and a couple others that y'all haven't seen or haven't met her is sitting down talking as Gerald is bringing out various food, fulfilling orders. Fairly nice looking food, high end as the time stretches on. Before 6 o'clock, Grace would have arrived, as the moment people are getting there, she is greeting, she is being a host, leading people to their tables, talking to everyone, including Clifton. It looks like this is largely a lot of the merchants, a lot of the higher end people in town. You do not see Sasha. Let's see. As the time comes close, she steps over to Garand and John. Does everything look alright? You all ready?
It looks lovely. It's fantastic in here. I'm very excited to perform. Have all the guests arrived? And I kind of give my little wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
Everyone is here. Give it. He looks around. 15 minutes, and then go ahead and get started. And enjoy the full length of your performance.
Sweet.
Sounds delightful.
You're gonna do great.
I look forward to honoring that, and I hope that you enjoy the evening as well.
I'm sure it'll be wonderful. I'm sorry if I can't give you my full attention for your performance. I do wish I could properly enjoy it and not host the entire time.
No, it's no worries. I'm very happy to perform here, and should we find our way back here, I hope that we can continue this a very profitable relationship for us both. It seems that your business has been very full lately, so that's a good thing. Makes me feel like I'm earning my keep.
You most definitely have actually made me quite a bit of money this week.
Delightful.
Which I suppose reminds me, I'll go ahead and pay you ahead of time, as she will pull out a pouch and count you out 15 gold pieces.
All right, I'm gonna put it to the side for the total because I'm gonna be giving John some. So I'm not putting it on my character sheet. I'm putting it as a note.
Fair enough.
Like at home.
Dang, Garon, do you really have to butter everyone up so much?
Wait, did John really say that, or is that Sam?
That was in character.
Okay. Euron looks at him, and again, Sokka forehead slap. You know, butter is delicious. All right. So if you don't like your rolls with butter, you want them dry and plain and stale. That's fine. I do not. I like my rolls to be gloriously, wonderfully, scrumptiously delicious. All right. And this place is a roll, and our caretaker here is a roll, and the gentleman there serving the drinks and the food is a roll, and so on and so forth. That stage is a roll. If you want all of that to be dry, that's on you.
As evidenced by your constant soliloquy.
Everyone's critic, and he goes off to the side to start.
To start.
He's tuning. He's tuning.
Oh, okay.
Tuning and prepping. Okay.
Yep. Same.
Alrighty. As the next.
If John comes over to where Garand is, Garand will just move another 5 feet.
As the time goes by, she will eventually make her way around over to Gambit. It's lovely tonight.
Sure.
This is such a fun dynamic. Like,
It's fortunate that the weather's not unpleasant. It means all of these out here will, as she points over the doors, where people have already started to gather and listen for the performance. You do see the fairly tall form of Fabian Landream standing ahead above everyone else. The fairly large, I believe it was half-orc. Yes, half-orc. The best part is that you see on each of his shoulders is each of his two nieces.
aw,
Who are now
nice.
a solid head and a half above everyone else in the crowd,
Aw.
able to look through the windows at everyone inside and have a pretty solid view of the stage. The windows are fairly large, wooden shutters that are open like most places. He looks to you. Well, I think it'll be about 5 drinks over the night. That should be enough, and I hope no one gets lost or ends up outside in this between the rooms, between the houses rather. Which you would take as some form of thieves' cant, or like trying to hide in the conversation. Functionally 5 minutes or 5 minutes after, as she would, whatever other words she would need to say to you in thieves' cant through some sounding fairly normal conversation. Meet me in the alley behind about 5 to 10 minutes after. And it would be about 10 minutes after Garon's performance starts.
Okay. Gambit will just nod his head.
We will return to her job preparing and going around to see everyone. As she does so, beginning the performance.
all right.
It's-
I will start with the first of the Mantle of Inspiration to grab a hold of the main target and his guard that came in with him. And I'll after that it'll just kind of like be random audience members, but like I want them like really captivated right off the bat. So
Fair enough.
be enough to distract them.
The grand entrance, remind us of the form that this takes.
Effectively, behind me looks like I suddenly sprout like stormy, watery blue wings, and then the phoenix just kind of like appears behind me as if it's like a spirit like emanating from me, and just people like are like inspired and charged up and like encouraged by it. And when I target someone with it, they get temporary hit points and can move their speed as a reaction. So effectively, I'm trying to argue that it's like they're getting like hyped into it and they're like all like eager. It's like when you know okay, I don't know if this may not resonate with you, but like when in 1999 when Phantom Menace like that first started, before everybody knew how weird and all this like that trilogy was going to be, and like people were disappointed about Jar Jar Binks and everything, when that first like bum 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 like, and that's just first start like came in, like everybody was excited, everybody was jazzed up. That's kind of the
feeling when back when the Star Wars movie would start. The feeling
Yeah.
when you hear the Avengers theme begin during the opening credits of Infinity War, everyone suddenly becomes captivated.
Yeah, all my hype.
And I guess we should start about there.
All right, here we go. For life.
Dude!
Wow.
Dude!
I need a perception check from both of you performers.
Oh man, I hit the 40s. That's so great.
Oh shoot!
It's actually insane.
Oh hey, is it after the fact that I could use the boon of skill empowerment to give myself proficiency on that?
Yeah, you could have proficiency in that. How much does
All
it add?
3, because we're at that level. One more level though, and it will be, or 2 more levels, it'll be 4. But
well, it would add 2 because your total proficiency would be.
You're right.
3.
You're right. Yep.
So I'd move it up to 16. As you begin your performance, looking around, Garand, you have to do a double take and you almost don't notice. And John, you do notice. You could have sworn those people sitting at the bench in the back of the room were not there 5 seconds ago, before you started. And I need John to roll an intelligence check. As you see these 2 ladies suddenly sitting at the back of the room, listening.
Oh boy!
Oh, nice.
It's the weirdest feeling.
That's a hero point. That's a hero point.
That is a hero point, so go ahead and pick one of those up if you have the room for it.
I have 3. I'd never used them.
Oh,
you should
buddy,
probably start on that because it's
you got to use it one every game, so that way you're always getting that one back.
I need to remember to use them. Sorry, continue, Micah.
You're fine. I need to grab something real quick. Where are you?
Let's go, 41.
It's even better than the other night.
I think that's my highest, right? Because before it was 39. I hadn't hit
Well, with
40
the plus 25,
I was really like, hey, there's a small chance I could hit 45. That'd be wild. That's what I wanted. That's how I wanted it to be, though. I wanted it to be this thing where it's like I'm building up, and then on Friday, bam. That's awesome.
You've definitely succeeded. This'll work, I think. Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding something that I needed. I should have had prepared, but I did not. Okay. As you look toward the back, you see two women, John, that didn't seem like they were there before. One you don't recognize. And seeing her kind of steals your attention for a moment, and you almost mess up, but then you continue to play, which you also need to roll a performance check.
Yes.
See how well you're accompanying.
Let's go. Not 20, not 20.
Aw.
Oh,
You are doing good. You are doing very solid accompaniment. It's not unbelievably impressive. It's not taking any attention away from Garan, which is good because he seems to be the focal point of a lot of this. So you are very much helping out. The two women you see at the back, one of them you recognize, the other you do not. The one that you do not recognize, you get an odd feeling about as the attention of her grabs you. It is this elf, maybe? She looks elven, but even like her ears are larger and almost more exaggerated. Her features are somehow even more fine than an elf's would be. You can see coming out of her hair, which is this fairly fine, light, greenish blonde color almost. These various seems to be almost like leaves set throughout, woven into her hair. Her fairly natural looking clothing, almost like she's wearing a dress made out of foliage, leaves, flowers, stretched throughout the entire thing, bound together. But the thing that catches you is the green skin, this very deep. That's a good comparison. Hard to put the finger on it. Very, almost like a very dark emerald colored skin that matches with her lighter green eyes as she smiles and mostly is paying more attention to Garand. And next to her is another elf. Light skin with this long blue hair, and set to her side is a harp that you're kind of surprised to see her holding. But it's just set to the side. Wearing fairly simple dress and jewelry, but you can see set into her forehead. It's a kind of jewelry that I don't remember what they're called, but that elves in certain cultures in the real world would have, where it's kind of a jewel set into the set onto the forehead. I believe they can typically be removed. But she has this almost bird-like symbol on that she wears. It goes underneath her hair, so you're not sure if it leads to a crown or if it is just set there, or if it's bound in some way. As you see this woman. But the thing, it takes you just a half a second, because you've seen her before. You've been at one of her concerts before. When you were living in Coral, you remember one of the very public, free concerts that the Lord of Songs would perform. For some reason, the Lord of Coral is in the back of your room watching you.
Interesting.
As you take a breath and continue your performance, kind of surprised by this. Garand doesn't quite realize it's there, realize what's happening, as I will let back up, because I just closed that on the audience side that I did not do, so people can enjoy the picture of Lanero. But you continue your performance, enjoying yourself. And what about Gambit, Jack, and Thicket?
I guess just when it's time, we'll slip out and meet her in the alley. I'll just kind of give him like a little signal.
So I will pull up a different piece of art.
I think,
How are you getting to the alley?
sneaky?
Like, are you going through the front door, through the crowd, or a different way?
Going through the front door, through the crowd, and then just kind of like slipping off into the shadows.
In that case, I need a stealth check from the three of you. Make it a charisma-based stealth check with advantage because Garand is heavily distracting everyone.
Advantage.
Have I already cast
You
enhance
would
ability?
have at this point.
Okay.
So you are concentrating.
Haha.
Never mind.
Well, boom.
Nat 1, you fail and you break a floorboard. Everyone looks at you.
So do I make a stealth check?
Yes.
Also, yeah.
Is it? You said it was with advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
Garand is heavily distracting everyone, including y'all, as this is an incredible performance. That is more than enough to pass by, which no one seems to notice you except Thicket. At the corner of your eye, with your passive perception, you see the green-skinned woman. You're like, wait, she wasn't there. But you're busy, you have things to do. But her eyes follow you for a second, and she gives you a wink, and then looks back
Are
to
they
Garand.
fake?
I don't like her.
As you presumably continue to follow the only person being this green-skinned woman, this green-skinned elf. You pass out into the crowd, or people let you by, perfectly willing to get slightly closer. As you make your way around, the song's muted in the out behind the house, or out back in the alleyway. As you're not sure exactly when she slipped out, but you would see, dressed differently, seemingly having changed out of her pink gown in these black leathers, various objects, tools strapped to her, a hood and mask pulled over her face. You see a very different look to Lady Grace Lafania.
Scary.
Uh-oh. Has Gambit met the one?
You know, it's kind of odd, Jack. You're pretty sure you've seen this person. You saw someone wearing these clothes when y'all were out waiting for the first night after you got the letter.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely saw her nearby before she then left.
So she could tell
they-
time. She just chickened out.
So it's just ambiguity on purpose. So she could have 2 nights to spy on us and just one instead of just one.
Well, is this the whole group?
Yeah. Okay, I know you're giving us images of Lady Grace Savania, but just know that they're all being rewritten and she's just Peach.
She's
In my
just
mind.
Peach in your head, okay.
She's just Peach in my head.
Wait, so are we saying the image that we see now is her in her I'm down to do business outfit?
Yeah, pretty much. This is her not fancy Southern Belle tavern owner. This is her whatever her roguish persona is.
Or whatever needs doing, she's gonna do.
The other elf lady is not. That's a lord who has shown up in a city that is quite a distance from their own. Suddenly. Okie doke. She will begin to lead you through the streets, taking largely alleyways. The sun having gone down, it's still slightly bright. Actually, let's see. How's the moon tonight? Okay, it's quite dark. There is a tiny sliver of
Perfect.
moonlight in the sky.
Perfect.
All right. So the thing. Going through the back again.
We're going through the back. I don't think we need to go into the basement, but if we feel like we can, I guess we can try just in case.
Did you figure out what was in the
Zazu.
basement? Izu, I think, is what he was. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Izu. I just called him Zazu. Oh Zazu, Zazu, Zazu.
Oh, Zazu.
Why does no one love me? Not even as a cub.
But as you eventually begin to approach the house, you see the large 3-story building, the couple of overhangs on the bottom level, as I am going to move the images a bit audience side so we can see. You would see pretty much the entire first floor is actually slightly smaller than the second. To go about that size to there with a couple of different overhangs that you can see. The 2 guards are sitting out front. One of them is leaning against the wall, like next to the. Oh right, I can't move things on that side. And there you go, DM side. Where's man?
Is there a map?
There is. I will reshare it. It's the merchant house drawing because I don't have a non-house version of it because I didn't think it necessary.
Yeah.
It's largely descriptions. You would see the 2 guards are lazing out front. One of them is like sitting on the steps. The other is leaning against the wall off next to the door. You'll be able to see from pretty far away. What are you choosing to do?
My word is so difficult to get this down. Alright. So the plan was to go in through the kitchen. So I guess we'll just kind of sneak over. Wait, come on, guys. Let's go to the kitchen.
Hey,
Doug,
is Thicket currently in Thicket form or in animal form?
Thicket, it's probably time for you to transform into animal form.
So, I guess I transform.
Okie dokie, wild shape. What are you wild shaping into?
Spider.
Speed today. As you climb up onto Gambit, on his shoulder, on his hat, in his pocket. What you doing? Just curious.
Making my turn.
There you go. Transform.
Spider.
That's great.
Magical girl transformation.
Magical girl spider transformation.
Sorry, what was the question?
What is... where on Gambit is Thicket hiding?
Hat.
Hat. Gambit hat.
Boy.
Okey-doke. And I need you all to make stealth checks as you go around back of the house.
Is it still charisma or is it dex?
It's Dex. Y'all have gotten into the
It's
hide quiet.
Dex. No.
I thought you liked Dex. What?
I do like dex, but my charisma dex is better than... My charisma is better than my...
I don't know how to make a stealth check. That's charisma
Dex.
based.
It's not charisma
Wait, no,
based.
they're
Sorry,
they're
dex
the
based.
same.
Just if there is no charisma, if there is no stealth on there, which you do have stealth.
Well, I do have stealth, but you said it was dex based.
That's normal stealth.
Oh.
Yeah. Charisma's
Is it
the
still
weird.
it's not advantage anymore,
Nope,
is
not
it?
anymore. Y'all are doing a regular stealthiness, which I need to pull up hers. Her stealth
It's okay, guys. I'm just a very conspicuous spider.
You're just like
rapidly running around his hat. It's actually making a noise as you run around.
Turns I think it's like super nervous.
But from the average of all the checks, which Grace did not do great, she got the same, just under the same total as Doug, but a much lower roll. As you all sneak around to the back of the house, it does not seem that anyone has heard you.
I guess Doug is just going to manifest an echo in a space he can see in the kitchen.
You
And
try to
then
look in the kitchen?
Sure, I'll look first. Why not?
This is where the very helpful thing is of called dark vision, because you actually can see in the kitchen. Though the window is closed, it is actual glass. There are a set of glass windows here, whereas a lot of windows in a lot of places are wooden, effectively acting as shutters more as opposed to windows, and just an open space where they can close and open to allow air and sight. It looks like this guy's rich enough to have actual glass. So looking through the glass window, you see a fairly simple kitchen. It's nice, but there's nothing special about it. Taking a moment, you cast the echo inside.
Well, do I see any like source of like security system?
Make perception.
Or like,
Or investigation. Perception or investigation, your choice.
can Lady, does she have dark night vision?
I have dark vision
I have
Oh.
dark vision.
and good perception.
I don't have good perception. but I
So
have
no,
dark
is
vision.
Grace. She is an elf. She can see in the dark, yeah.
You said investigation?
Investigation or perception.
Perception is 0. So not great.
Oh. There's nothing you can see.
Doug's never been.
Everything looks normal. You wouldn't even know how to begin to look for magical alarms, but looks like an empty kitchen.
Well, Doug is just going to charge first, as he usually does, and he's going to trust his team to stop him in case. So he's just going to do what he does and manifest an echo inside, teleport, and then go to unlock the door.
Unlock the door?
Or, I mean, is it a sliding?
It is a opening window. It opens the inward toward the kitchen.
Then yeah, just open the window.
Swapping places with the echo, you land comfortably. The echo did provide a little bit of light in the room temporarily, but as you swap, I assume you dissipate the echo after that?
Yeah.
I'll just set him to the side for now. Needed later, if he's needed. You step over to the window. It takes you a second to get the latch undone before pulling it open. Alright. Assuming y'all follow suit, she is going to climb inside. You do the same, Gambit?
Yeah. Climbing inside.
The kitchen is nice. It is clean. It is empty as far as people or anything goes. Everything is carefully put up. There are some shelves, cupboards, place where you would store things. And there is a door off to the side that is currently closed.
Okay. Can I move me?
And
Alright, I go to the door. Does it have like a keyhole or anything?
it does not have a keyhole.
Yeah, so looking through the keyhole, is there anyone in there?
Make a perception check.
or if there was a keyhole.
Perception or
got
investigation.
Temporarily distracted. Sorry. Oof.
Not that you can see. You glance through. It's pretty dark. It's hard to look through the keyhole, but you don't see anyone. Well, are we clear?
Okay. I'm going to quietly open the door and poke my head out.
Quietly do so, maintaining the same sort of stealth. Do not see anyone in the hallway. All is quiet.
Okay. I'm gonna whisper to the people. Okay, this is the scariest part. We have to go through the foyer, so next to the guards. So we have to be ultra careful while we're going up the stairs.
What are the odds they creak?
Probably likely, but if you tread lightly and carefully, it shouldn't be a problem.
Doug is going to, as they're like speaking, make his way towards the stairs, manifest an echo, and then switch with it and be like, just kind of sitting there casually at the top, just waiting.
Make a stealth check. As the other two follow behind as well, make some stealth checks. I think Thicket's probably good. Being Spider, I don't know that you have to make any.
Yeah.
Benefit of being basically a fly on the wall, or in this case, a spider on the hat.
Oh no. Of course.
Stepping up the stairs, Doug already
Yeah, but
at the top.
Use your inspiration. Gambit, use your inspiration.
Yeah, you're right. But
I'm gonna
would
say
that
it's too
would that
late.
even help? Because a 1 is just an automatic failure, so it doesn't really matter what the number is. It's a 1.
He's thinking of the
Right?
inspiration.
Yeah. I'm thinking of the inspiration, where you re-roll.
Oh, can I do that, or is it too late?
I think it's too late. As you are making your way up the
It's-
stairs.
It's not too late. You just want it to be spicy.
I want to be spicy. As you're making
Yeah,
your way up
guys.
the stairs, about halfway up, as you step on the wood, a very loud creaking sound. As both Garand and Grace look at you. Grace, for maybe the first time that you can really tell, though they might have all felt this way to you, this one's a glare.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm there? Garon is there?
No. Grace is glaring at Gambit as you hear shuffling outside.
Quickly, they're on the top of the stairs, right? Okay, I'm gonna activate my my cloak, and I'm just gonna quickly like bolt up, like fly up over. Like I'm assuming there's like a banister on
Yep.
the upstairs, and just over, and then like get in the shadow, or well, we know where the guards are, so I guess just kind of move.
So the things that are around you, up in this foyer, this hallway is for the most part empty. There is a small table with flowers and stuff here. There is a what you believe to be the guest room. Downstairs in the foyer, there is a small coat closet. There are some paintings around on the walls. Doug and Grace are also moving. Where's everyone going?
Okay. Okay, so
Well, do we at least hear that there might be footsteps coming?
You are hearing shuffling from the door.
okay,
And sound of someone turning a key.
so
You see how it is, right? He finally gives us an inspiration, won't even let us use it.
Hey, let me know
Yeah.
before you roll, and it's yours to have. Not after the fact.
Technically, inspiration is either advantage first or reroll after.
But when
Just
the power of
just
spice
let
comes
him-
into
just-
play,
Yeah, just let him.
I'm just
make it
messing with him.
where are you
I'm just
hiding?
messing.
Where are you going?
Got one.
Okay,
Really?
Gambit's just going into the study and hiding.
You
And
bolt to the study. Make a stealth
Uh,
check as you move.
Doug?
Doug, where are you going?
Doug is actually looking more towards Lady to see how she reacts. Because Doug is also willing to just fight at the top of the stairs if need be. But he's first going to see kind of what the consensus is.
oh, did it not roll the thing?
It rolled stealth. You're at
Because
a
yeah.
Did
18.
it did. I used a hero point.
You did not. It did not add the hero point. No.
Okay.
But yeah, Doug is still suspicious of Lady, so he's kind of just reacting.
She is going to step past you quite quickly. A little louder than she might have intended to. As she steps over, is going to try the knob on the guest room, which opens, and she is going to step inside out of sight. And then Gambit, as you try the door to the study, it is locked.
Oh, fantastic. Guest room.
You turn around, enter into the guest room. You see a fairly simple room. It has a powder desk, a mirror, a fairly nice bed, a wardrobe, a chest, a window. In front of the window is a fairly empty desk. Where are you going?
Hmm. Does the bed have like a tapestry on it? Like those fancy rich people beds?
It does not have the like overhanging stuff. No, fortunately not.
Okay.
Fancy bed, but it's not that fancy.
You know, how tall is the room?
Probably 8, 9, maybe 10, but probably 9. Canopy, that's the word. Good job, thank you, Chris.
9. Okay, not enough. I'm going. Kind of under the desk.
You try to slip underneath the desk, make a stealth check. How's Thicket feeling?
He's good.
Nice. Doug, where are you going?
Doug just seeing Lady like zoom past him into the guest room, and also sees like Gambit out of sight. Doug would, I guess, keep here to where he can see her, and then also like have some sort of sense of where Gambit was, but is more so intently, like, I guess, trying to keep track of Grace as well as figure out what's happening with the people downstairs.
You hear the front door open, and steps along the inside. I'm going to roll perception checks for each of them. Let's see. PC sheets.
Peace in the galaxy. Is Super Earth actually bringing peace to the galaxy, or are we doing something?
What is that sound?
East to the galaxy.
East of the galaxy alone.
He doesn't even know that he's on, I don't think.
John?
John, stop
Sorry, what?
East
You're
of the
talking really
galaxy
fast.
alone.
I
What's-
thought I had a. Don't I have a flip to mute mic?
I don't know, but what's east of the galaxy alone?
I don't know.
Okay, well,
I heard geese to the galaxy.
geese to the galaxy.
I heard
Heard
peace.
peace.
Ah.
It's
Uh,
We
weird.
all heard different things.
We all heard different things. Anyway, Doug, you hear steps on the stairs, including the creaking sound. As holding their mace in hand, there's someone coming up the stairs.
In that case, Doug is going to kind of go to this corner of the guest room, to where he can kind of see a little bit of the hallway, and is kind of
Leaving the door
like,
open?
was it closed initially?
It was.
Which way does this door swing?
Inward toward the guest room.
So like inward to where I'm behind the door, or inward to where it would be more on lady's side?
Fair point. Heads is lady, tail is you. Tail, it's toward you.
Oh, well, I couldn't see anything anyway if the door was open. So yeah, I would go to shut the door.
Alright, make a stealth check as you try to hide.
And at the same time,
Which, upon entering the room, what's your passive perception?
it's not great. Like I said, Doug is just more reactionary. He doesn't
Passive
really
perception 10. Upon entering the room, you have lost sight of Grace.
Oh. Well, I know she went in there and didn't come out, so I will just shut the door, go to skills, do a stealth. And then I'm also going to have my shattered memory ready.
The door opens. You hear someone kind of half step inside. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. It's a shift and the door closes back. Yeah, but you hear the door open. Someone walks into the room. Leans over next to the desk, looks at the window, makes sure it's locked. And as you're holding your breath, they make their way out of the room. Y'all hear steps, and then you hear a door close. Make a perception check, Doug.
Well, I guess since I have full hero points, I'm just going to use one. It's a D4. So +4. And you said perception.
You hear one of the guys say as he goes down the stairs, you hear that creaking. It's an old house. It must have been the wind.
That's right. Keep whacking.
You hear the front door close.
And then Doug is just going to say,
The wardrobe on the other side of the room opens, and Grace steps out of it. That was close. We should collect Gambit and keep moving. I don't know how long we'll have it here. I keep forgetting to do the southern voice for. We should collect Gambit and keep moving.
now Doug is even more suspicious that her voice changes.
Yeah, if that's gonna make you suspicious, you should be suspicious of everyone I try to voice. But you move toward the northern side. Gambit, what are you doing?
Gambit's going to poke his head out.
You see them quietly making their way down the hallway toward you.
Okay, he's gonna help out. Okay. Do you want to investigate the room on the top? And I'll get the study?
I don't know how to get to the room on the top.
No.
Like
I can get to the room on the top. You get the study.
You planning to go back outside then?
Yeah, but not in the way that you think. The guest room again. I am opening this window.
Alright, do you quietly open the window? I assume you're planning on jumping out and then flying up.
Yep.
That's going to take a stealth check, and as Grace steps over, nods at Garand, she will pull out her own thieves' tools, and she is going to make a thieves' tools check.
He keeps confusing me with Doug.
Yep, I do. I'll get to it. She's going to attempt to pick the lock. Gambit, you, in one smooth motion, you jump out the window till there's room, one single large flap of the wings that's nearly noiseless against the night, and it sets you up on the top of the roof.
Okay, there's a door?
Looking at the third floor, there's no door. There are some large windows that, as you move up to, are kind of difficult to see through. The roof itself goes around this side and this side. But there's just empty air on these sides, which this represents the chimney.
Okay. Can I fit in the chimney?
You want to try?
Yes.
Alright. As you fly up one more floor, moving over the chimney. It's a tight fit, but maybe you want to give it...
Can I peanut gallery?
Hmm?
Can I peanut gallery? Like, can I...
If you'd like to
assist
give them recommendations, sure.
You have Thicket with you. Thicket can just crawl in.
Okay, Thicket, crawl in.
What am I doing?
Crawl down the chimney and tell me what you see inside.
I'll do my best.
I believe in you.
The spider does whatever sound spiders make. Taps on your hat.
Wait,
Or...
is Thicket able to communicate?
Oh, shoot,
No.
no, I'm not.
Thicket can understand what you say, but Thicket cannot speak in this form.
Thicket gives a nod as best as he can.
I think you could do the same thing that Doug did, but basically you have Thicket crawl down the chimney, and then Thicket can open those windows as Thicket.
Yeah, but she can't, Thicket can't shift in between very easily.
No, I'm saying,
So
okay,
it's
so
best-
Thicket goes down as Spider, then comes out of the chimney to get into the windows, and then undoes the windows as Thicket, and then when it's time to leave, Thicket can be a Spider again.
Okay. Yeah, I just am worried that if we do get into combat, the option Thicket's wild shape ability is very useful.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to take my suggestion.
Yeah.
Just a suggestion, but it's your heist. What are you doing?
You know what? I think I'm just gonna go for it. We don't have a lot of time.
You gonna try and sneak down the chimney?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the most shimmy check?
Dex.
Probably
Straight
acrobatics.
Okay. Even better.
You're welcome. As Doug, over the course of maybe a minute, her eyes closed, she fiddles with the lock before you hear her. She opens the doorway inside.
Doug is going to just, as she's focusing on the door, and as soon as he sees that door crack, he's going to cast an echo, switch with it, and then get rid of his echo. Just to be more of a looking at his watch kind of thing of like, let's go.
She walks in, looks at you, and then moves past. Looking at the study, It is fairly nice. It looks very comfy. There are bookshelves on every single wall. In the center of the room, there is a fairly nice, large, seems to be pretty ornately designed desk. Set upon it is an unlit lamp. There are some papers set about on it. There is what looks to be, I guess, technically one wall that doesn't have a shelf on it. Over the back wall behind the desk, there is effectively ye olde filing cabinets. Various cabinets that are about the size of a bookshelf that looks like you could pull some of the cabinets just straight out and set them somewhere, look through them. But off to the side over here, this corner, there is a ladder that seems to go up to a trapdoor. Do we meet with Gambit first, or should we look around here?
Well,
Ladder.
I mean, it seems like Gambit's not close by anymore, and we were going to the same location, and the third floor is definitely above this floor. So
You're really beating around the bush. What do you want to do?
I'm just here for the ride.
Alright, we're going up. She'll begin to climb the ladder. And it is unlocked, the trapdoor. As you Thicket and Gambit get down, shimmying through the fairly tight chimney, covered in soot by the time you get out. You step onto the third floor. It's hard to tell exactly what everything looks like in the dark. There's writing across the walls. There's a fairly open room. There are some chests set aside toward the left side of the room. In the top right corner, there is a trap door that seems to lead down. In the center of the room, there is a circular table that has this odd fixture in the center. Except for this fixture, there's nothing on the table. Set upon the table is this orb. This clear glass orb that... I guess clear isn't the right word, because it looks kind of foggy. But it's almost like the fog is slightly moving, but it's hard to tell in the dark. Even with your dark vision, the color change is rough. Two. Pull that up. Where is it? On the orb, the fairly dark but clear orb, this fogginess inside, you see along the sides of it, there's almost these patches of this white shell almost toward the bottom that falls away toward the top. The bottom of it seems to be attached to some kind of holding pedestal almost. These almost fang-like, up-reaching white pieces holding the orb in place. And on the bottom of the connecting black piece are a bunch more of these fang-looking bones almost. Maybe they are just fangs. It's hard to tell in the dark. Coming out from underneath the edge of these fangs are... Let's see. Six of these long tendrils of this red, almost like a cord, this thin band of something. It's hard to tell what it is, whether it be rope or something else. And I guess you wouldn't necessarily see that it's red either, since you can't discern color in darkness. But these 6 cords And just kind of strolled out in a circular pattern, reaching around it, is also this tattered ribbon that comes from the center, same as the cords do, but it's like moving in a counterclockwise circle, moving outward from the orb. That's what you see.
Neat. Thicket, you're the most magic. Oh, dang it. I don't really know what I'm looking at.
Can I try and discern what it is while still in magic form? Or sorry, in wild shape?
I mean, you can certainly try. Make a religion check.
How do I do that in Spectre form?
If it has if you have no religion proficiency, then just make an intelligence check.
Hero point. Woo!
Okay, total of 13. It's familiar. You're having a hard time placing it, though. It's... You know that... It feels weird. It feels off. It feels out of place. But you're not sure why. You're having a hard time recalling exactly what it is. Coming up from down below, the door opens, and Grace and Doug step up. Grace first, followed by Doug. They look around. What is this?
Don't know. Do you know?
He kind of looks at the table. I don't recognize it. Maybe there's something written here. She goes and begins to look in one of the chests. Doug, what are you doing?
Did you find anything in the study?
No, we haven't really looked.
You didn't look.
We were gonna come
Well,
meet
then
you.
we're gonna. Okay. Well, I'm.
You can go down
Gamma's
there
gonna
first.
hop back down and look. We gotta split up because we gotta do this fast. So you try to figure out what that is. So I got no clue.
What are you
And I
doing,
ain't
Doug?
magic.
It's a great question. Um,
You see there's writing on the walls that you can't really make out in the darkness. There's a couple of chests. There's the table with this thing, but that's all that you can really see.
I think at this point, Doug, now that they've convened and then gone their separate ways, and Doug is not very perceptive, but like he also knows that like there's a reason why she's parading this house. So I think he's just going to take this time to do some one-on-one with her, and just be like, Grace, what are we looking for?
Well, I'm pretty certain that he is connected to those bandits you took out, and I'd like to prove it. If you can find any kind of correspondence, records, or details that would give evidence to his wrongdoing.
What do you mean by wrongdoing?
Helping the bandits, trying to organize them, set up when merchants are planning to leave or come by. If there's what's the word? If he's been like stocking them with food or things, or I don't know, planning something.
But how does this connect?
What is that stuff? She opens one of the chests. You'd be able to lean over and see there's a bunch of candles. There's scraps of white cloth. There are scraps of white cloth. There's candles. There is set atop that she kind of lifts up and looks at is an odd serrated knife. And a couple of pieces of black cloth as well.
That looks like that's there on purpose.
That's it. She closes the chest. She'll go off to the other side and begin looking through one of the other ones.
So as she's looking through that stuff, does Doug notice anything for himself and like specifically, even though he's not very perceptive, but he might
Investigation.
He might have his eye be drawn to something.
Gambit, what are you doing down there?
I'm looking through the papers, finding if there's any correspondence between bandits and our dude.
Okay, you begin looking through the shelf full of papers. Make an investigation check. Doug, as you're looking around, I mean, there are the chests. There's a bunch of writing on the wall that's too dark for you to read. If you had light, maybe you could. Nothing new sticks out to you.
So yeah, I think Doug at this point is just not his wheelhouse other than like sneaking around. So he's just going to trust that she knows what she's looking for. So he's basically just going to be walking.
She pulls you over to a small barrel next to one of these chests. Just pulled the top off, and it looks like it is a barrel full of black powder.
Does it smell?
Heroism!
You take a smell of it. That does smell like gunpowder. It smells like the barrel, basic, like, preemptive bomb that y'all have in the portable hole.
He's a terrorist! We found him, boys!
Or he's just stockpiling ammo for bandits.
But he's helping the bandits.
Hey, Gambit, do you find anything down there?
I don't know. Have I found anything down there?
It's a lot of papers. It'd take time to
It's a
read
lot
through.
of papers. Not really.
If you happen to have a light on you, we can look at these walls, and there's something you should see. It's a barrel of powder.
Okay. Go see if you can see anything, any incriminating evidence.
He hops down
We'll
to
switch.
trade places with you.
Okay. There's writing on the wall, and there's gunpowder, right?
Yep.
Doug follows
Some
her.
chests. He's going to begin investigating down here.
Are the chests open?
2 of the chests are open. One appears to
What's
have
up with that?
various, like, trapping trigger mechanisms, some glass tubes in it. Another one, as I said, has candles, a knife, white scraps of cloth, and a couple of large pieces of black cloth.
Well, I'll take out one of the candles and light it.
Light one of the candles and light it, and as you look around the walls, you get a little bit of an idea. As though you could
But
really
I'm staying
read.
away from. Sorry, This is very important. I'm staying away from the gunpowder with the open flame.
Let's say that
Fair
might be a
enough.
good idea.
Smart move.
Sorry to interrupt, but I
Don't
felt
need
like
to
that was
pull
very
a
important to
National Treasure 1 in here.
say. Yeah.
As you light the candle and look at the walls, you see the writing is in red. This dark red coloration that you can see is also splattered on the floor here and there. As there is a single sentence written on the wall repeatedly across all the walls and the windows. It all must fall.
Okay, so this guy's crazy.
Or
And
he just has
possibly a
knack for
terrorist.
Poetry.
I wonder what it means. Probably Lady Grace Slavania, if I had to guess. Or whatever this is. So
Calling them up to look, or are you doing anything in particular? I need to know the next thing you do.
the next thing I do is so the one that is not open, the chest that is closed. Did she fail to open that one?
You just hadn't gotten to it.
She just not got into it. Okay, I will, and I will, pick this one and open it.
That would be over toward the opposite end of the room.
Okay, but I'll put out the flame first.
Fair enough. And Doug, what are y'all doing down there?
Well, every investigation thing that Doug has rolled has been very poor. So, at this point, I just think Doug is more observant on her, and is almost to the point to where it might come off as annoying at this point, because he's just asking like basic, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you looking for? Like, does this look suspicious? What do you have with Gambit? Just kind of stuff like that. So it's more of like, I feel like it would just encourage her to quickly do what she's looking for.
You're trying
Just
to
so
egg
she,
her on effectively.
yeah, just so like, but yeah, that's basically what's going on with Doug and her, I would think.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
What's your armor class?
What?
What's your armor class? Just
My
curious.
armor class is 5.
It's fine.
It's
That's
15.
good. 15. You feel a sudden pressure as all of these thin cords wrap around you, holding your arms in place. And I'm throwing an intelligence saving throw at you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, also, you're grappled and restrained.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on.
It's a trap.
is it? It's right here. Oh, why are you giving me? Whenever you make an ability check or saving throw to avoid being grappled or restrained, you have advantage on that roll. Just saying.
Unfortunately, it was an attack and not a save for that one. But your checks to get out will have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
But especially because you didn't know it would have had advantage to surprise, and either way, it works out.
Oh, wait. I also have the Dagger of Warning. Would it not have said anything?
That's fair. You feel the Dagger of Warning suddenly grow very warm, and then the cords wrap around you, and you feel this pulse in your head, and everything goes black.
Ooh.
And I think we're going to take a 5-minute break there, and then come back to continue for a little bit.
I knew there would be combat of some sort.
Your pedo tingle was not quick enough.
Yeah, your Spidey tingle is not quick enough. Did forget about the Dagger of Warning. Yes, technically you will not be surprised, even if you are still going to be grappled and have this effect thrown at you.
I feel like we may have to mount a rescue mission at some point.
I just feel like Doug is just casually going through as if there's no sense of danger or urgency.
That
Yeah.
feels very Doug.
Things are going great at the concert. It's fantastic. You get people clapping along, you get some people crying.
Oh, there is something that I want to whisper to Lady Grace while we're together before we figure out about Gambit. Now that I remembered it. What is it you wanted us to tell Gambit before you left the other day?
Interesting question. She hasn't responded yet. She'll respond when we come back. Okay. Tisk tisk. Okie dokie. Are people around?
Present.
Good, good.
Where?
Do you like presents?
I wasn't fully paying attention. What happened to the orb that
It was sitting
Gambit
there.
and I were just beside? Are we still in that same room?
You're still in the same room,
Okay.
and you will definitely notice stuff the moment we bring you back in.
It's all just like a little bit confusing with the map here.
That's fair. It's not an easy map necessarily. Did find what I was looking for finally. Yeah. Okay.
Although I guess
Sometimes when you're looking for the right art, you have to make some concessions. Yeah?
I guess when the
I
party
can't move tab for the map anymore.
I hate it.
This is annoying.
What do you mean?
If it's not the smallest size available, I can't move it. It's stuck.
Like you can't move around on the map?
No, I can't move the tab.
Oh, yeah, because it's full screen.
No, it's like a half it's like medium screened.
That's a weird setting. I usually either go bigger or smaller. You can increase the size of the window.
And there's also not the little like arrow thing anymore on the bottom corner to move, which
It's
is
literally driving me insane. 'Cause you have to, like,
annoying for
zoom
trackpad
out.
users.
On the top right
Well,
I
you
have to
like,
use
zoom
the arrow
out and
buttons.
then-
on the top right of the screen. Let me check player view. Yeah, there's 2 things in the top right. One is a direction thing. That's the navigation panel. You can toggle it on and off.
It's not as good as the old one.
Sorry to
The
Mine's
old
hidden
one
by
you
the-
could just
the-
click and hold and then move your mouse.
Mine's hidden by the dice tower.
Well, then right click.
Yeah, you have to make it smaller
unlock
or
and then move your dice tower. Make it smaller.
Mm.
Because you can just move the dice tower if you want to.
Oh, I can get rid of it?
More or less. Like you can right click, unlock position, and then move it somewhere and forget about it if you'd like.
Right click, whisper to the general manager.
There should be a position option as well, but there's also whisper to the general manager. All right. Chris is here, but listening. Jack is here.
Yep.
Jocelyn's here. Maury's here. Sam John, are you here?
See.
Cool beans. As we come back into it, let's see where to start. Let's start there. Gambit. As everything goes black, images flash in your mind. Images of Grimm attacking people. A village burning. Of destruction. You see the edge of a town. You see a barrel of gunpowder. You see a trigger fall. You see the wall broken apart. Red eyes moving toward the town. You see blood. You see violence. You manage to resist and take no psychic damage as your vision comes back to you. And at this same time, Thicket, you would see, as this creature moves incredibly fast, the orb on the table lifts, and the cords that were stretching out from it around the table swing outward around Gambit as the clear, opaque orb glows and turns from the almost glassy look to black as this orange glow comes from the top of it. As you see this.
Oh.
It seems to move and animate and strike out at Gambit. I guess technically that should put us in initiative. Those that are around, at least. Those who aren't, I'm going to give you a minus 100.
Would it just be Gambit and Thicket until
y'all
we
go up there, yeah.
Or does Gambit let out a surprise like gasp or something that we could hear?
Given Gambit's solid save against the effect, yeah, you could react verbally if you'd like, Gambit.
It's alive!
You hear Gambit yell, "It's alive!" Or something like that, I don't know.
Something along those lines.
Yep. And with that, as you react, this moment passes. You are restrained, but it is your turn.
Okay. didn't want it to go away.
Did you close the
wanted to make it-
picture?
I did. I wanted to make it bigger.
Need to reshare it, or
Oh,
can
well.
you click on your
If
token?
you would, please.
Okay.
It's not coming up with the. I'm gonna click on it.
Whoa. That
I
is
think when you
huge.
share it, it also like resizes whatever I've got it at.
I can't make it smaller.
You can see it.
In the bottom right, there's not a thing.
I can't see the bottom right. It's so big.
How about now?
You got both of our images.
I think Jocelyn was talking about the jellyfish.
What?
But now my map is huge.
Oh yeah, I was talking about the jellyfish.
Jocelyn, what are you looking at? Because it says it should have shared.
I'm looking at the map. I would like to see the picture of the jellyfish.
Oh, the jellyfish picture is what you're looking for. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but now it's back to normal.
As long as we made it there, it's
Like literally the things on the corner were only to increase size, and I was like, I don't want to make it bigger. It's too big right now.
Well, I'm glad we worked it out. As long as it all gets there. There's the jellyfish thing, which y'all as players can see, is called a seer.
You shared it?
I did.
Okay, then it's not that big of a deal.
Is it like behind all of your stuff?
It is not behind all of my stuff.
You can maybe check images.
Here, let me throw it into campaign images so you can at least see.
Ah, that would be amazing.
It's labeled seer.
I do love getting to throw an image into, not image, but like message into the chat, but it's just like, yes, I'm just gonna copy and paste "it must fall" 100 times, and you know that's gonna be what you got. Yes, what are you doing? Because you are currently being held by blood-like tentacles, holding you in place as you felt a pulse of pain, but did not take psychic damage, and saw something.
I'm going to get out of this mess.
You're gonna try and break the restraint?
Yes.
Okie doke. Make an acrobatics or athletics check with advantage.
Acrobatics or athletics? We're doing acrobatics because my athletics is -1.
You have advantage. You feel it tighten, and it's quite tight, but you manage to slide along your jacket, pulling your arms up as you effectively slide out of it to like leave your jacket in its arms, but it lets you escape from the grapple as your jacket falls kind of back onto you, which you can slide it back on if you'd like, as this creature's tentacles pull back and then begin to reach toward you again. The orange light pulsing.
Okay. So I'm assuming that's my action.
That would be your action.
So bonus action. I don't have much as far as bonus actions. Except for bonus action hide.
Where are you going to try to hide? Because you have to be out of sight of what you're trying to hide from.
I'm gonna like slip down the trapdoor.
You're going to try and
just be
escape
like,
down the jump?
I'm left. I've left.
Alright. Are you going to bonus action disengage?
Oh, do I have to disengage? No, yeah, I'll just bonus action disengage and then sneak up to the
And
corner.
then, like, move, what is that? 20 feet and then hop down the ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I should lock movement. As
Hey, yo,
Gambit, with a spider, lands down in the room.
So there's like a Grim, orb thing. So the images that I saw, was that,
And that's the end
like,
of your turn.
do it? Okay.
There's this grim,
fine.
like, orb thing, and the images that I saw, and then Doug.
Should
Well,
we roll?
that's not, no. I have a question about, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some miscommunication. I said that, and then Catherine said the images that I saw. Did
That's
Gambit get the sense that it is, like, that's the future? Or, like, it's just it made me see images?
You have no
know what I mean?
idea.
I have no idea. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Take whatever impressions you'd like from it. Doug.
Doug is going to look at Gambit as Gambit, like, said it's alive or whatever, and then quickly runs down the ladder. Are we leaving?
The ladder would be
Does-
up back toward it, but yes.
Does it look like it's following us?
There's a light glowing orange coming toward the trapdoor, so yes.
I close the trapdoor. It's not my turn. Hey, somebody close the trapdoor.
Doug, what would you like to do?
Doug goes to close the door.
You push past Gambit and pull the trapdoor down, which you would see the Grim, like, reaching toward the door as you do so.
And then is there, like, 2 metal pieces, like, you could slide something there to, like, keep it shut? Or, like, is there a way to secure the door?
There would be a latch that you could pull closed.
Well, could I pull that as I slam it?
Yeah. That'd be most of your turn, but you could.
Then that's what I'll do.
You know? Thicket. What do you want to do?
Thicket motions to the others and then the floor, being like, do I need to get down?
Others on the floor.
Gives an expectant look.
There's a spider waving arms around. Gambit can't really see it. Doug.
Doug just shrugs his shoulder and is like, I think Thicket's asking if he needs to get down.
Not right now. It seems like we kind of got it contained, but we might need you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great.
Then
Thicket
Doug
will continue being the bestest spider.
and then Doug will, like, look at Thicket as if relaying the message as if Thicket didn't hear. Hey.
You hear and almost like wood is beginning to crack. As looking up at the trapdoor, it looks like it is being pulled on from the other side. Rather aggressively.
Does it look like it's gonna hold?
What a good question. Do you have proficiency in any kind of wood tools?
No. But
Surely
I know rock.
it's common knowledge to know whether or
Roll an
not a door is
intelligence
about
check.
to break.
That's fair, kind of an instinct. The instinct is that it's about to break. You've got a round, pretty much.
Okay.
Before it pulls this door off its hinges. Despite having a relatively small size.
I have a question for the
Okay.
DM.
Yes, I am the DM. I answer the questions.
Is freedom of movement relevant in terms of the type of restraint that this creature can do?
because of the way it works, it's more like it magically pulls you out, so it'd be the kind of thing where you could just kind of slip out of them. Like a
So,
piece of
yes.
fish coated in butter that you're trying to eat because you're hungry, but you're at a fish basket place and it's just really making things difficult. Yes, it would work.
Okay. Good to know.
Do we kill it? Should we? That's definitely a lot worse than just bandits.
Did you find anything?
I haven't had time. It's been 20 seconds.
Okay, well.
As there are papers strewn about on the desk that she seemed to have been looking through, but now is paying attention to you.
We'll try to buy you some time. I guess, well, okay. Here are my thoughts. Why does this dude have a thing in his... locked up in his house? Obviously he's using this Grim somehow. Probably for nefarious purposes. I say we should kill it.
Yeah, I feel like Raymond, the kind of culty dagger and stuff, is probably enough. I'm pretty sure there's other stuff here too, but after we take it down, we can look. Gambit.
Yeah. It's my turn.
Yep.
Okay. Here's a question.
Thicket, make a charisma saving throw.
Should we just blow up this building?
And that would remove all evidence?
Oh, that's true. Alright, we're gonna just try to kill it, and then Gambit gets charmed. No, Gambit's fine!
Oh, Gambit didn't need to make a charisma save.
What?
Take a hero point. That was Thicket that made a charisma save.
Oh, never mind. I don't need a hero. Well, I guess I'll take one.
Take it. I'm not. And then do what you want to do. It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay, we're not gonna blow it up. That would be really cool, but we're not gonna do that. Alright, Gambit is gonna pull out his... Oh, dang it. His His gun would not be good in this situation at all. Close combat's not gonna be great. Do I have any magic? Long. I have some darts, but they don't do a lot of damage. We're gonna just have to do the... Oh, let's do the Radiant Scimitar. I haven't used it yet.
It's not get any bonus from sunlight because it is dark.
Oh, never mind.
But,
We'll
I mean,
do
it still
the
counts as
regular
magical,
right?
but it doesn't get the
Oh.
radiant damage.
Okay, we'll just do it anyway, because
Still does magical damage.
it does magic damage. I don't remember if the Yadigan did or not.
The Yadigan does not. It does anti-magic damage. Like, it ignores shield.
Okay, so, I'm just gonna open this up and... The trapdoor opens up. It's
It
pulling
does.
on it, right?
You do have pulling out your sword and everything, and what you've done, I would say you would not be able to open the trapdoor and attack this turn.
Oh. Man, that went my plan.
You could hold an
I was
attack,
gonna-
or you could open the trapdoor. But
I was gonna try to, like, time it so that I open the trapdoor as it's pulling, so it gets, like, off balance, and then attack it with my other hand. But if not, then I'm gonna say, hey, Doug, are you ready to attack it? Because I'm about to open the door, and then you get it with everything you got. Got it? Ready?
Well, is this in between your turn and my turn?
it is about to be your turn. Gambit's pretty much said all the words that he has time for.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then Doug is like, well, I guess it's time to try out this new bow. So he just grabs out the frost point and he does the little I guess I would need to figure out how this happens. But it says, while attuned to this, you can create a special frost arrow with it. You must make an attack.
So you're making the frost arrow? Not using one of
Yeah,
the regular arrows?
yeah. I mean, I have 4, I think, because I used one just
Yeah.
to shoot the.
Yes, you have 4 more for the day.
So yeah,
Alright. Pull out the bow as you pull the drawstring back. The various specks of ice along the bow glitter as the ice, as like flicks of them come off and come together, settling in as a bow, or like as an arrow along the bow connected to the wire and to the handle of it. As Gambit undoes the latch, the trapdoor is pulled up and actually breaks off the hinges. As you can see, not super duper well, but into the room where the seer is looking over the edge effectively.
so I can make the attack as the door opens.
That hits. Roll damage.
About to destroy this man's whole livelihood. If it works like I think it works.
As the arrow strikes into it, it pierces through the center of the orb, striking into the wall, and then out from the center of the orb are shards of ice that pierce outward, slicing through it. That as they do so, it cracks, and as it seems to die, the tendrils and the black parts all ash away as they do for Grim before the glass breaks and shatters, and there is a small hail of glass that falls down over you. Not enough to cut you or anything, but it seems the orb shattered, and whatever is inside seems to have dissipated.
Nice shot, Doug.
Doug just kind of looks dumbfounded, as if like, that's it.
Gambit,
I guess so. Yeah.
make an intelligence check.
Oh no. I'm not very smart. I can't read. Insight, intimidation, investigation. Where is intelligence? Is that on the main page?
Straight intelligence, yeah, straight is going to be on the main
Okay.
page.
Okay. Oh, no!
Who knows, man?
So,
What happened? Get up and start moving?
yeah, it like tried to like grapple me, but you know, that happens to be one of my specialties. So, I gotta wait. And then I just popped down here, and then Doug shot it. So,
You should be prepared too, as she looks over the door. That was a bit loud. We might need to be ready to knock them out. Don't kill them.
yeah. Are they here?
A few seconds later, there is a knocking on the door. Hey! Who's in there? As you hear the doorknob moving. Looks like they're about to open the door, because I don't think anyone locked the door behind y'all.
Nope.
Well-
We are the anti-Grim SWAT team.
The 2 guards move in. You're not allowed to be here. Who are you?
We're an anti-Grim SWAT team, and we just got killed a Grim.
So as Gambit is saying this, since
as Gambit says this, a dagger spins in the air before the blunt end is flying toward a guard.
I was just about to do the same thing, but by doing the echo and switching places and doing like a chokehold.
You appear behind this one. Make a grapple attack.
Grapple attack. Is that just a basic?
Athletics. As Grace throws a dagger, aiming toward the blunt end, but this guard managed to step out of the way, dodging it. She rolled a 1. And let me roll their side. You put your arm around him and begin choking out this guard. It's going to take 15, 20, or whatever seconds it is for him to lose consciousness. In the meantime, Gambit.
I guess I'll join, and I will knock out with the the handle of my scimitar.
All right, make an attack. Just into the chat because I don't have the stat blocks up, but I know what their stuff is. Make an attack. And you will be able to get snack attack because Doug is nearby.
But I don't want to kill them.
You can still non-lethal a snack attack.
Okay.
I'm never going to stop calling it a snack attack.
Oh. Okie-dokie. Does that hit?
Yes.
Beep, 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 beep. Does it matter which one I'm doing? I'm attacking this one.
Just roll it into the chat. And
Oh.
I need John and Garand to roll perception.
Perception?
You walk up, bring up the handle, and strike the guard against the side of the head, and he crumples against the wall.
That was
An 8.
horrible perception.
Because there's one important thing I'm trying to do, I feel like I would do this, so I will use both of that to give myself the expertise, which will be a +5, and then I will also hero point.
Okie doke.
Big hero point.
8. Because I am so bad at perception. This is not my jam.
Good to know. What were they doing there over at Gambit and Dougville? As both of the guards fall unconscious, you set them along the floor.
Okay, we probably just really need to get out of there, but we need to find what we need to find, like, right now.
She is going to begin frantically looking through the papers. What are you doing?
Also looking through the papers.
Make an investigation check.
I'm just gonna have to pray for a good one this time. Please roll well. Yes, thank you.
I like that you're singing for it.
Very nice. As you quickly begin to look through, you see various writings, including like a paper of the same type of kind of crazed writings, a repetition of "It all must fall." You find basically another book full of those. Tossing that to the side, you look through a few others. And what you have looks to be a list of every single merchant in and out of town for the past month.
Perfect.
As you say perfect and look up, I need Doug, roll perception, and Gambit is not going to need to roll perception because of familiarity. So you can roll perception if you'd like.
Do I roll perception?
Yeah, you roll perception too.
Oof.
Fortunately, because y'all aren't in a concert, it's quite easy for y'all. pretty much no one in the concert, except for Garand, hears this, as it's at the end of one of the songs. There is clapping. It's about 8:30. And Gambit, Doug, Grace... Actually, Grace doesn't even hear. She rolled really bad. She is frantically still looking through the papers. But Doug, Gambit, and Thicket, it would be to the north for y'all. Like northeast. And for Garand, there is a sound from the east off toward the other side of the town from where you are, because you're closer to the river and it's off toward the eastern side. As there is this large explosion. That everyone but John, unfortunately, here.
I'm too busy playing two instruments.
Too busy playing two instruments, and I think maybe that's where we end the night. That feels good.
No. Yeah, you're right, but also you're very wrong. I do have to be up at like 5 in the morning.
I thought this stuff was gonna happen.
Sleep for 3 hours.
I told you Friday was a big day, and not just for the party's plans.
My heist! It was supposed to be perfect!
Hey, it was really good for a while. Until a Grim was hiding in plain sight.
Well, I don't think it's hiding. My theory is this guy was using it. So it's called a seer, right?
Uh-huh.
Does Gambit know that?
Make a religion check.
Religion. Or no. No, it was
No.
almost a 17.
You know it's a
Did you see
Grim.
that? Okay.
Just because
okay.
I want to, I did also find what I was looking for. Here's the image for the other woman that was
nice.
next to the Lord. That was visiting the concert.
My theory is that this dude has been using this Grim to predict the future.
Who knows?
Or is the Grim just using?
That could be true. That could also be true. And that a whole bunch of Grim, like, this Grim showed Gambit the future, and that all of these explosions are Grim attacking the city. But what do I know? It's just a theory. A game theory.
Thanks for watching.
All right, Matt.
Wow.
Copyright strike.
Copyright. Oh, yeah, fun fact, the trivia night the other night where there was all that recognizable music, it was recognized by YouTube. It recognized like 6 of the different songs, but I'm thinking every song on that list that the person made is all music that is copyrighted, but that the owners allow for use on YouTube. Because that's what it told me for every song.
Interesting.
Nice.
So much art this episode.
So much grump this episode, sir.
Grump? What do you mean?
You interrupted the concert to explode something.
That's fair. I did interrupt the concert. But you had a really great hour and a half, and technically, if you hadn't noticed, the concert wasn't going to stop. No one was going to have heard it, because they're paying too much attention to you.
So I can still keep it going?
If you want to, you can just ignore the explosion.
I think I would.
No one
because-
else there but you heard, and also the
I
leaf
don't
lady.
know. I think, yeah. I think I would, because I don't know if my it's
Well-
possible that they made an audible and they just,
Yeah, I was gonna say it could have something to do with the heist and.
Yeah.
You're certainly
Like-
welcome to continue it.
Yeah, like I think at this point it'd be like let's let the evening finish, and then if they don't come by the end of the night, because we know like if they don't come in before I'm wrapping up, then I'll push my way through and say I'm sorry, and I would do like the whole celebrity thing of like the artist needs a moment, and I would just leave.
Fair enough.
Which is very, very much on brand for Grand, I feel.
On this particular week.
I feel like
Oh.
we need a record label, some manager to manage
Hmm.
the pictures, as well as a band name. Maybe even aliases for performances.
Good times.
I'm going to go ahead and end the recording side on YouTube for that, for in case anyone wants to leave, and when people have to leave, because I know some people have some early mornings tomorrow, so we're going to go ahead and end that. I mean, I'll be around for a minute to talk and hang out if we want to.
We get session XP.
Oh, yeah, fair.
Probably, maybe, no, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just forgotten.
So extra XP for a one shot, extra XP for not killing anybody.
I'll be straight with you, man. That thing was worth, like, maybe 100 XP.
Oh, and here I was thinking that it was going to take over our entire party.
They have a different purpose besides combat. Oh, it's worth 200 XP.
I was thinking like Mind Flayer type stuff.
Here, I'm going to give you specifically the 200 XP because you're technically behind Thicket and Garand. Oh, there you go. And then what feels right for the rest of the session?
I mean, I don't know. In a weird way, it kind of feels like a cliffhanger, so it's almost like there should be like a lot next time.
Cliffhanger, he's hanging from a cliff.
Dude, you know how many times I think about that daily? I'm gonna go with D10. Nice. 4,400.
Nice.
It was 3,500 plus a D10. Bonk. Everyone got 880 XP. Hey, Thicket. You have not leveled up yet. You are
Dang it.
282 XP away. If you go
Next
fight a
session.
bear or two, you would do it. You would level up. Next session, it is guaranteed. And now I'm gonna end the recording. We've done the XP. See y'all next time, YouTube.